We're gonna go over a little bit of boxing work. I know that it's a little difficult to get your training in, especially if you don't have Thai pads or anything like that. But if you have a family member or whatever it is at your house, you can even do this by yourself. So there's a drill called jab, catch, jab. So if I'm by myself, boom, what I wanna think about is I'm gonna step forward with my jab hand, okay? I'm lunging into this position, I come back, and then I come back again. So I go one, catch, jab, okay? We can do this with a partner or we can do this by ourselves. It's a really good thing to get used to getting in and out of position. So if you watch fencers, a lot of times they have that little like jab step, right? It's really important to be able to bounce out of danger and then also come back in to attack, okay? So with our partner today, Kelly, she's gonna be very new. And so then what I want you to think about is that, like, if you're working with a family member or a friend that's never done it, teach them this, right? So when you're teaching somebody something, it's like your second opportunity to learn this thing now at a different angle, okay? So when we're teaching somebody how to throw a jab or a cross or whatever it is, we get better at it, okay? And we also realize there's certain details that we might have missed when we're just going through the motions or going through class, okay? So the first thing that I'm gonna have you guys do is just a jab. Okay, so when I'm explaining a jab or a stance, especially if, again, so let's start all the way back to stance, sorry. So when we go to the stance, I have my partners put their feet straight together, okay, whatever hand that they write with, I'm gonna tell them now use that foot to pivot out. So it's gonna go one, okay, and then I'm gonna pivot out my heel, two, pivot out my foot again, three, pivot out my heel again, four. So I should have a nice staggered stance. If for some reason we're still kind of too wide and not far enough, I can always just tell my partner to step forward just a little bit more. I wanna think my heels shouldn't be touching, so I shouldn't be like on a skateboard. I should have my heels in their own lane, okay? So now from there, get used to walking forward, 1, 2, 3, walking back, 1, 2, 3, walking side, 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, it should always visualize like there's a ball or a stick between my legs and it's not letting them cross. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3. If you've been to my class, you've obviously done this, so you know how to get to this position. And then always start with the hands up second, have them move through the stance, okay? And then we can teach them the jab. So the jab is gonna be the main focus today. So when we throw the jab, again, where my positioning of my hand is, I wanna make sure when I throw the jab, a big tendency is a Pez dispenser. My head comes up. I wanna make sure my chin is tucking into my shoulder here. Okay, kind of like if I'm smelling my armpit. So when I throw my jab, I'm nice and long. I'm not kicking my hip out. I wanna keep everything nice and narrow, but I wanna rotate my upper body. Okay, so when I throw the jab, I'm long, and then I come back in. So when I have my partner Kelly come on over here, okay, so she'll have her stance. This is kind of her first little working into like a jab or jab cross and stuff like that. So again, I want to make sure I get her up to speed so that I can have a good partner to drill back and forth, right? So when I go here, she throws a jab and that's good. So again, if she's like we just practiced, but if she wasn't, she just started here, a lot of times you're gonna see this. Hand stays low, okay, and it goes here, okay? Or you see the bat, okay? What I wanna tell my partner is, I wanna keep their hand nice and neutral until the last second, then I pivot over, okay? So again, I almost wanna guide my partner's hand and I'll put my face in front of their hand, okay? Hopefully you didn't make them mad, so they're not gonna smash you in the face, but they're gonna come back. So all I want you to think about is like pouring a bottle out, okay? Right at the last second. So my pinky should be up towards the ceiling. Okay, gloves are a really good indicator because they have two different color tones. So you wanna hit with the blue, not the black. Okay, so the blue piece is where she wants to hit on this glove if you can't see it. So when she turns over, she's turning that bottle over, she's hitting with the two dominant knuckles in the front of the hand, okay, and then she comes back. Okay, so when she throws that jab, I'll have her go nice and slow, touch the hand, good, again, boom, just like that, okay? And then for the only thing I would say here is if you can't see it, okay, something that I want you to see is sometimes the elbow kicks out too soon. So I want to even tell her to maybe just go a little more narrow. Boom. Last second. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera close. All right, guys. So something that I want you to see is if I stand right in front of my partner, okay, where the hand is going. So if the hand's here, so go down nice and slow. Okay, I want to hit with this blue piece. So there should be the 2 knuckles in the front is what I want to hit with. Anything else is where I can get hurt. Okay, so when she hits, I want her to think nice and narrow, and it's rotating last second. Boom, okay? And now the shoulder and her chin, she's gonna be tucked here, protecting her chin. Okay, this right hand is gonna go to the top of her head like she kind of has a headache. Okay, so when she throws that jab, go ahead and throw that jab. Boom. Okay, nice again. Boom. Good again. Pop. Again. Pop. Good again. Pop. Okay.